What's up and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be doing some maintenance on the truck, getting it ready for its big trip. And one of the things I need to do is I'm going to drain and fill my radiator. I've already popped the cap off to make sure it didn't have any pressure left in it. It's been cooling down since I went and got everything. But we're going to just drain it and fill it from right here. And you just need an appropriate size Phillips screwdriver for this. And a bucket. Here we are underneath the truck. Mine is four-wheel drive with the skid plates. And right here, you're gonna see this little kind of hole right here. If you look up underneath that hole, you'll see a little Phillips style plug right there. Well, that is to the bottom of the radiator. That's where you're gonna need the appropriate rated screwdriver to take that open. You don't want to tear that up because it is just plastic. So be careful with it. And you're just going to pull that out and just let it drain into this bucket. And then once it's done draining, we'll put that back in and then we'll fill it back up with some new fluid. Simple. All right, so we just put the screwdriver in there. It wasn't very, very tight at all. I mean, so it's pretty easy to get out. This screwdriver fits it really well. And into the bucket. I just let it catch in there and we'll fill the bucket up. I bought 2 gallons of fluid. I believe the Nissan Frontier by the owner's manual only holds like 2.5, 2 3/4 gallons for the whole system. We're just draining a radiator, so it's not gonna be that much, but I got 2 gallons. So we'll just let it drain and come back to it. All right, so I'm gonna show y'all some common problem areas for Nissan Frontiers. And these are things that you can address over time. If your vehicle's fairly new, you shouldn't worry about it too much, but as you get more miles on it, these things get brittle, break, and you lose all your coolant while you're driving. So these pieces right here, as you can see, this one right here is already metal. This is from Z1 Offroad, and it's this piece right here that goes in the line. The original piece is plastic. If you look right here next to it, this one right here is plastic. And this one runs all the way back that way around the engine and out the other side over there to another line. And this one right here is all plastic and it'll get brittle and break after a while too. So if you go on Amazon, and I'll put the link in the bottom of the video, you can buy an all metal unit to put in place, so you don't have to worry about that getting brittle and breaking plastic. So we're going to put this one in while we're messing with the coolant right now. And it's just held in. If you can see, it's got these little clips right here. It's held in on the back wall back there with the 10mm nut back there. And I'm trying to see if you can see it. There it is. 10mm nut right back there. There's one on each side. And then just some hose clamps. That's it. So we're going to put this one in. These angled ones. There we go. Got the top hose loose. I'll move that out of the way for right now. Alright, so I got the old one out and I'm actually routing a new one in. You're going to go in and curve it around behind the engine to where it's supposed to be. But there's some hoses over that way you'll catch on. Just take your time working it easy back and forth and you'll get it in there. So like right now, it's going. It's just, you got to work it. Anyway, let me get that in there. Sometimes it's just best if you just get on top of the engine. There we go. It's on. Whew. Little fucker's tight. Gotta bring these guys up and onto these studs. There we go. And we got nuts. And there's a nut. So move that clamp down where it needs to go. more clamp. All right, that's all the way down. Take that one off. All right, we are all installed on that. So, like I said, you can take this clamp here loose, pull this hose off and out of your way, and then you're going to take the clamp back there loose, pull that hose off, take that nut off, take the nut over there off, and you're going to take that clamp right there loose and pull that hose off. And that's the whole assembly right there. It goes back, around, back behind the engine, and up over that way. And here's the old one, and as you can see, this piece right here is all plastic. And it's getting old, and they dry rot, and they break, and you dump all your coolant, and you're screwed. While we got that done, we are completely done draining right here, so we'll have to get the plug out, put it back in, and then add back to the radiator. All right, now that we're done, we're gonna put the little plug back in. Make sure your little O-ring is still on it, or gasket, whatever you wanna call it. And you just put it up there and screw it in. Be careful, don't cross thread it or nothing like that. And that's tight. That's it. All right, so we got a little bit more than a gallon out of it. So we're gonna start off by putting this gallon in it. And you gotta go slow because, you know, it's gotta be able to breathe. If you go fast, it's just gonna burp everywhere and make a mess. So we shall take it slow. All right, so we got the first jug emptied into there. It bubbled up and spilled a little bit because I started going a little faster and it's getting closer to the top. So you have to slow down and kind of really go slow with it. We're gonna get the next jug and keep going until we top it off right there. And then we'll just watch it for the next couple of days and add some to the reservoir over there if we need to.